Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Star Trek Judgement Rites. And when last we left off, we were about to start enacting a dastardly scheme to get access to that playroom. And that would involve, knocking out the person who is very, very opposed to us being in there, and that would be Tuskin. Now, we can't combine the tranquilizer that we've managed to get with the actual fresh fruit, but we can do it with this food that we got from the machine. Let's see if this works.
A light scans the food box and the computer screen lights up.
Not this part, but the plan in general.
The food in this box has been prepared with standard quantities of tranquilizing alkaloids, calmatives, and euphorics. The drugs and chemicals added in preparation cannot be extracted without degradation of their potency.
Which is basically saying, the food is as is, you can't take anything out.
The high-potency dosage of alkaloid tranquilizer you have prepared may be added now, if you wish.
We do wish it.
Go ahead.
We now have a different box. We have this box. More importantly, we now need to talk to, Moll here.
I have to thank you again for what you did for my son. I was feeling so depressed because I couldn't give him the fruit I know is better for him than what the Fays make in the machinery. I don't trust the machinery food, and that's why I tended the garden, made fresh food. Even Tuskin will eat food I give to him, and he doesn't trust anyone. If you ever need help, just show me what you want to give him.
Ah, now there is something that we are going to use. We will indeed show you what we're going to give you to give to him. But first we're going to see if we'll be able to give him food. I think the answer to that question is a resounding no, but it's worth a try, isn't it? Let's see if Tuskin has grown any more reasonable since the last time we encountered him. I think the answer to that question is going to be no, but you never know. You never know.
Protect me. They're after me.
Nope, he's grown no more reasonable.
We'll hurt ya, so just stay back.
Oh, we're gonna stay back.
We really don't want to hurt you, you know, but you gotta stay back.
I believe this is exactly the same as the last time.
See here, Captain Claw. I told you those Federation scum would be nosing around behind our backs.
Oh, Klar, please just fire him.
The Klingon observers seem interested in remaining to watch what goes on here.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Maybe we can offer the fruit to Tuskin.
I am hungry. So hungry. It looks like good, wholesome.
Are you tempted?
It's a trick. I don't take nothing from nobody but Maul. Only Maul doesn't trick me. And Maul hasn't been able to get the plants to bear fruit for a long time.
So, no. Okay. That definitely confirms that we are going to need to use Moll here. Moll is going to have to hand over the food with the tranquilizers in it. I think that once Tuskin is out of the way, Gormagon will be a lot more reasonable. I don't think Rakabak is going to at all be reasonable, ever. But, you know, maybe he might be when Tuskin's out of the way. There's only one way to find out, and that's to go and actually get this sorted. Okay, we're gonna hand you this food. Hello. We're just gonna hand Moll this food.
Tuskin will only accept food from you. You said you'd help us after we helped you. Would you give this to Tuskin? It's heavily medicated, but that might help Dr. McCoy here to do something so he's better off.
That is a good plan. That's a good plan.
I'll take this to Tuskin now because I trust you. Go back to him and show him your food. He'll call for me, and I'll give him this instead. He'll be a good boy.
Thank you. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and hand over our food, and basically trick Tuskin. Here we go. Do we still have that food? We don't anymore. We'll have to show him ours. Which is fine, because we need that fruit anyway. now we're just going to head through here. And once again, Tuskin is going to go into ultra paranoid mode.
Protect me. They're after me.
No, no, we're not.
We'll hurt ya, so just stay back.
No, you won't.
We really don't want to hurt you, you know, but you gotta stay back.
Don't worry, we will. You'll also notice any... Oh, hello again.
See here, Captain Claw. I told you those Federation scum would be nosing around behind our backs.
Also, I've just
The
noticed...
Klingon observers seem interested in remaining to watch what goes on here.
Apologies there. I just noticed that only one of these two is actually wearing shoes. That is a pretty good sign as to which one of them is the more reasonable of the two. Right, this should hopefully do the trick, I think.
I am hungry. So hungry. It looks like good, wholesome.
Yep, it is.
Maul? Where's Maul? I don't take nothing from nobody. Nobody except her. You do something to it. Make me different. You'd rewire my head.
No, we're not planning on doing that. Hello, Maul.
Call for me, Tuskin? I thought you might be hungry, so I brought you something you can safely eat. You know you can trust me, Tuskin.
That is very, 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 very suspicious. That is exceptionally suspicious. But I'm sure Tuskin will trust you.
Yeah, I know I can. And I am hungry. Didn't want to eat something I couldn't be sure of, though. Give me that.
You can't be sure of that either.
Now I want to take a nap. Maul, you watch out for me, okay?
That might be because you have been tranquilized, Tuskin. Well, that worked. Now, we still have an interesting situation here, and that is that we have Gormagon and Rakabak here. Let's talk to Gormagon first, because Gormagon seems much more reasonable.
I listened to my brother Rakabak and to my friend Tuskin. They say we have to protect this room and keep anyone from getting into it. Tuskin's afraid.
Yes, Tuskin is afraid.
Well, Tuskin's just confused. I don't think I should go into it right now, but he thinks if people knew all about this place, they'd hurt his mind. Actually.
Oh?
Be careful, brother. Remember that Tuskin warned us people might seem nice, but not really be nice.
Rakabak?
I don't know what would happen, actually. After all, I can't read the future.
Nobody can. Let's talk to Rakabak.
I'm more interested in a good fight than in talking.
You might just get that.
Rakabak seems like he could be a big problem for us, Jim. He's obviously prone to violence, and there may be no gentle way to deal with him. He's clearly unreasonable.
Indeed, McCoy. Indeed.
I think Gormagon may hold the key to our understanding of this situation, Captain. He seems rather more reasonable than some others here.
He is.
I think Gormagon is the one to click with, Captain. Fortunately, he seems pretty reasonable to talk to, or at least to interact with. Except for the way he's bullied all the time.
Yes, if it's not Tuskin, it's Rakabak, so we really need to eliminate both of them. We've got rid of Tuskin in forms of having him now asleep, but Rakabak is still an issue.
I must admit I've met friendlier people, Bones.
Yep.
Drug therapy. Primitive 21st century medicine. The people who built this ship must have thought that filling a person's bloodstream with chemicals could solve every medical problem.
Let's see if Klar has an opinion.
Captain Kirk, don't waste your time or mine. I expect more than that of you.
Okay. What about the aid?
You want help from me? That's a laugh. My captain evidently regards you rather highly, though. I'll just say that Rakabak rogue is clearly asking for a drubbing. I knew someone just like him back in basic training.
That's actually a vaguely helpful comment. We are now going to save.
Save new
because we
papers,
are now going to have to deal with this situation in the only way we know how. And that is to, use a phaser. Not a kill phaser. A stun phaser. We need to stun Rakabak here. Because he's not going to listen to reason.
Rakaback falls, defenseless against the power of the phaser.
He's not dead, though.
An inelegant solution, Captain Kirk, but efficient.
It is efficient. Now let's talk to, Gormagon, without anyone stopping him from speaking.
I listened to my brother Rakaback and to my friend Tuskin. They say we have to protect this room and keep anyone from getting into it. Tuskin's afraid.
Have you not even noticed that I've just phasered your brother?
Well, Tuskin's just confused. I don't think I should go into it right now, but he thinks if people knew all about this place, they'd hurt his mind. Actually,
Go on.
I'm sure things would change. It might be a change for the better, maybe. Maybe not.
Oh?
I'm not sure what to think of you. I just don't know if I should trust you.
You should trust us.
Well, Gormagon, I think you should trust them. They've repaired the garden, which is good for all of us. They gave fresh fruit to my boy Stan Bob when even his own mother couldn't manage that.
Thank you, Maul.
Well, despite some misgivings I had, I'll accept what others have said about you. I think I should show you the way into the heart of the phase, the secret entry that Tuskin is so afraid of. I feel that something good can come of this.
You're absolutely right, Gormagon. Where is this entrance? Oh, it's there. Also, what should have actually happened there is that Tuskin then fell down there and went, "Ah!" thud, and died in a more horrible way than Kim Graham ever did.
Now revealed to sight, this looks like a Jeffries tube aboard the Enterprise. You can get through, but it is definitely not a normal passage, especially because it almost seems to shimmer around the edges.
Yes, let's go in, shall we, against our better judgment? I'm sure Klar and the aide will follow us. Let's go. Well, this indeed is the computer, I think.
This looks almost identical to the containers that house the phase.
Well,
in this section of the wire webwork, you see new wire replacing a burned-out section.
oh. There's a lot of stuff here. What else can we look at?
This looks almost identical.
No, we've already seen that.
This looks almost
And
identical.
we've already seen that. This is an interesting room.
The captain is uneasy, certain that this claustrophobic-seeming room holds challenges yet to be discovered.
That's very true.
The Vulcan's interest in his surroundings is sharply piqued by what appear to be irreconcilable spatial anomalies and discontinuities of technologic sophistication.
Well, we have heard that their technology sort of advanced at different speeds at different points.
A man whose life is devoted to organic living things, Dr. McCoy seems utterly out of his element, surrounded thus by inorganic machinery, and the uneasy sense that this too might be life of a sort. Recognition of the broad realm of possibilities, challenges, and curiosities this room represents shines reflected in her dark eyes.
What about Klar?
A Klingon crewman wearing a look of disdain and distrust.
Well, that was the aide. Now Klar.
A Klingon officer whose direct and intense expression never wavers.
Ah, let's talk to the various people here.
I have a strange feeling about this room. We might find a lot of answers here.
We're going to find a lot of answers here.
The primary reason we came aboard was to find a way to stop you from landing on top of our colony on Atopus, which would certainly kill thousands of our people. Now that your external senses are functional, have you altered your plans about where you intend to put the ship down?
Highly unlikely to change that answer.
How did your systems become damaged?
That is a good question.
I'm curious about what your builders really had in mind, shipping off all these people off-planet. There seems to have been some shadier agenda. The eugenics wars of our own past produced some of the ugliest abuses in human history, and notorious characters like Khan Noonien Singh, whose name still resounds with infamy. How is this ship you call the Compassion justified?
Well, it is called the Compassion, isn't it?
I'd be interested to learn more about those who built this ship. Their achievements certainly seem erratic in sophistication, but much of it goes beyond even what we are capable of accomplishing today. For example, the Paralance medium for recording compute. That's all for now, FaZe. I assume we can talk to you if we have more questions.
Oops, I accidentally skipped the bit at the end of that one.
I'd be interested to learn more about those who built this ship. Their achievements certainly seem erratic in sophistication, but much of it goes beyond even what we are capable of accomplishing today. For example, the Paralance medium for recording computer data is something we are only now beginning to explore. I think there's much to be learned from these people.
Okay. We should actually first talk about how they've been damaged.
How did your systems become damaged?
I am sorry I cannot explain this at this time. I do not even know if it is explicable. But I will search my memory for an answer for you.
Thank you.
Then are there other questions?
Not for now.
The primary reason we came...
I'm curious about what...
Please clarify the anomalies we have perceived while being on board.
That's not a bad question.
I am sorry I cannot explain this at this time. Then are there other questions?
Handy.
The primary reason we... Please...
I'm curious...
That's all for now, FaZe. I assume we can talk to you if we have more questions.
I'm sure we can.
Now wait 1 minute, Kirk. I make my request politely and I am ignored. That cannot go unnoticed. I demand the right to be heard.
You didn't make any demand.
Please, ask freely. I will answer as best I can.
I didn't actually give you any opportunity. You didn't actually ask for any opportunity.
FaZe, this ship passed through the heart of Klingon space. We were not even aware of it until it was nearly out of our territory. We backtracked it and found it must have closely approached places we find sensitive. We expect assurances that data you may have collected there will not reach the hands of those who mean us harm.
Okay.
We seek proof. We expect you to download your entire memory into our ship's computers, that we may search it for data you have no right to.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
Thereby would you not acquire data to which you have no right?
That's a good counterpoint.
My aide speaks too strongly. While it is true we are interested in the knowledge and technology you possess, technology to pass through our empire undetected, knowledge of how to twist space back upon itself, for that data, we will treat with you as one civilized people with another. But it is a justified request that we ask you to destroy all data dealing with anything you learn within our borders.
That's more reasonable.
Had I any data, I would agree to seal it. However, as you should have deduced, I have none. Until my sensory systems were repaired, my ability to receive and process data was severely impaired, especially in regard to external data updates. Based on my presentry analysis of nearby space, I would speculate that my only data on your present sphere of influence would be as that area of space existed a very long time ago indeed.
So, nothing.
That is information for us to know, not you. Erase it.
That is very, very vague data.
Silence! FaZe, we would welcome access to that information, but on the same basis as we would bargain with you for technological data. We have more to offer with you, I believe, than the Federation represented by these others.
Oh? I have no idea what you just said. I still have no idea what you just said.
FaZe, do not be hasty making that decision.
Indeed.
I lack sufficient data to make any assessment. I can give no answer at this time.
Fair enough.
I will do my best, Captain. Although intelligent entities often find that there are more questions than answers.
That's very true. We need to solve this situation. We also need to potentially, basically fix the computer. There is something wrong here with the computer, and we need to fix it. You can hear that there is something very wrong with the computer.
Save, new, replace, previous.
And while Clar, I'm not sure what he's talking about concerning the fact that he wanted an opportunity to speak, he never asked for an opportunity to speak there. Then again, I never actually talked to the rest of my crew there, because I'd actually only talked to Kirk there. So we'll talk to the rest of the crew before we end the video.
This room is thoroughly fascinating, Captain. I theorize that this is a virtual space replica of the interior workings of the artificial intelligence which the phase represent. The interface is seamless, and work performed in here is functionally identical to working directly in the computer. Like so much we've seen before now that is highly advanced technology, yet archaic 20th century style wiring carries the electronic information.
Interesting. What about McCoy?
I don't know what to say, Jim. This place is genuinely weird.
Yes, it kind of is.
Captain, this place is disturbing.
It's also that too.
I agree.
Of course, that's probably because I don't understand it. It's amazing how something that once seemed disturbing can become ordinary when you understand it.
What about the aid?
What makes you think I've got anything to discuss with you?
I don't know. Just curiosity.
I'm here as an observer. When I have something to say, I'll let you know.
Okay. And so, when we come back, folks, we shall see if we can fix the computer. Hopefully we can. So, I'll catch you next time, folks.
Save
Let me just save again, and I'll see you then. Later.